Thanks a lot, cold weather. Hi everybody, Mike from FisherMN here. Yes, that cold weather has come to Minnesota, and unfortunately, it's time to put away the boats. You didn't see much with my bigger boat. I do have a few clips and videos coming for Friends and Family Week, because that's mainly when I used it, when I was with somebody else. And my boat, man, what a great year it was. I'm not quite ready for a season recap video, but this week I wanted to show you a few trips that didn't quite make their own video. I was able to catch a few fish, and I wanted to make sure that they were famous and on YouTube. So here's some trips that didn't quite make it on their own day. So I had high hopes this day on Rush Lake by Rush City, Minnesota. It's a lake that has a lot of big fish in it, big northerns, muskies, big walleyes. It's a good panfish lake. I thought it was a can't miss on this beautiful night. So I started out in hopes of a big fish, trolling for some northerns, and only managed one fish. But it was a pretty nice bass. There we go, fish on. Looks like a nice bass. There we go. All right, like I said, this lake, I haven't got a 4-pounder, but he's close to 3. I didn't feel bad about not catching many big fish as far as northerns go, because I knew the panfish would bite. At least I thought they would. I didn't get any big panfish. I did catch quite a few panfish. I didn't include any of that footage, but I did include footage of the one fish that I put on the stringer. Another good secret of Rush Lake, they got some big perch in there. You can bet I'll be back there in the winter fishing. Perch. Fish on. Now that I'll go on the stringer for now. All right, perch, a little bit of a reprieve, no other fish on the stringer. So if you watch the channel, you notice something was missing from my videos this year, and missing was trips to the Rum River. Most of my spots were way too shallow to fish. So I did get to the Anoka area, and I put in a really good few hours out on the river one night. Beautiful night to be out there, but as you'll see, not a lot of fish. I'll start with the last fish that I caught. Grainy footage, but it was a bass. I've got a couple of spots that work pretty well in the Anoka area on the Rum, at dark or a little after dark even. But then also I did finally get one to bite earlier in that day that was a decent sized fish. You'll hear me say this one will measure. I was actually hoping to get an episode for my summer winter tournament. And let me tell you, I'm pretty excited about that. That's coming up on the channel in January. So kind of stay tuned for that. I've got, I think I ended up with about 9 videos that I'm gonna produce as a tournament. And I had some pretty fun days of fishing. Can't wait to show you that, but here's what the Rum River stuff looked like. All right. One more cast off the point. And then we will go to night plan B. There we go. Thought there had to be a fish there. Not the biggest one, but you know what? They might measure. Came prepared just in case. I decided to stay after dark a little bit. Guess what? We have 12 3/4 smallmouth bass. There he goes. Gonna try for a limit tonight. That's 2. There we go. That's one we're looking for. All right. That's a measurable fish. Whew, he came up after that one. 16 3/4. All right, first fish, nice fish, 16 3/4. Lastly is my final trip of the year out to a lake that I thought was a sure thing for some panfish. But you know what? When that water turns from 54 and lots of panfish to 42 degrees, they tend to spread themselves out and get a little bit of lockjaw. I only caught 4 fish, but I was proud to be able to get out in November. And this was just last weekend, so go back a week from when this video is produced. It was cold temperatures water-wise, but the air temps were beautiful. It was in the 50s or 60s, and that's not too common here in Minnesota in November. So here's what that day looked like. Good afternoon, everybody. Mike from FisherMN here, and I'm back at it. I had my boat put away, my car was cleaned out, but you know what? When it's 60 degrees in November, you gotta get out there. It is utterly amazing how low the water is this year. I'm standing where the dock usually ends. Obviously they've taken it out, but I'm gonna have to walk my boat all the way to the lake. Nobody else is here. Do they know something I don't? Or am I gonna sneak in one of those great days of fishing? There's only one way to find out. Let's go fishing. We got our first fish on. All right. It's a November open water fish. Not a keeper, but we got an idea where they're at. We went right back to that mark where I lost one. And that's where we got our bite. Fish on. All right. Another crappie. Oh, there we go. I don't think this is a sunfish. Do we have them hooked in the back or something? Few and far between. Species 3. All right, so those are the days that didn't quite make it on their own. You know what? I'm kind of proud that there's only 3 of them. That means I had a lot of great days on the water. Even a slow day of fishing is a great day to me. I just love being out there. So stay tuned to the channel. I've got a few things coming up. I do have one more warm weather day with some topwater bass biting. I'm saving it because actually on that day I had an issue with my drive and I want to see how things shake out. High Tempo has my drive right now and I'm going to see if the drive was covered under warranty. So stay tuned, and I want to kind of tell you my thoughts about the new Hobie drive that I have. Well, if you're in a warm weather state fishing still, I'm jealous, but keep getting out there. If you're in Minnesota fishing some cold water stretches, take some safety precautions. Make sure you have your life jacket on and be smart about how you're fishing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.